Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today as we make our homemade dishwasher tabs. We're going to give everyone a minute to just get logged on, get all your things together. Thank you to those of you that purchased the kit through us, and then welcome to those of you who have the supplies at home and are joining us live tonight. We'll give everyone a second. I hope everyone's been enjoying their time during quarantine.
If you're not able to hop on and watch it live, and I know we've talked to a lot of people as well, but you can always check it out. It'll be up here on Facebook. We'll put it on our YouTube. And as always, it'll be on hippiesathome.com.
Okay, I think we're waiting for a couple more people yet. I know there's a few of you out there that have not yet logged on that did get the kits from us. So we'll just give everyone a couple seconds. We've been having a lot of fun, honestly, during quarantine. It's been awesome for us to have the time to invest, to grow Hippies at Home a little bit. We had all these dreams, and we just are working, and life happened, and it's been crazy. And we've had a lot of fun, too. We've taken the kids out a few times, done a little hiking, social distancing. Hi, Ashley. Good to see you, friend.
Another thing that's been great is we are actually quarantined together, so we really have nothing but time to kind of focus and think about our vision and everything going forward. Thanks, Mom. Our mom is not with us. She's actually cooped up, quarantined at her own house, and so she's kind of had to just watch all of the fun happen from afar. We definitely miss you, Mom. But should we get into the kit?
Sure. I know that even if you don't catch us live, you can always log on, watch the video later, do things later. If you're watching and you don't have the supplies and you're inspired to do it later, that's cool. Always reach out to us if you have questions. So we're gonna get everything set up. Those of you that purchased it, this is what we would have dropped off at your house. A lot of you might have seen our video too where we unpacked one of these kits here. So Jack's gonna kind of walk you through instructions, and I'm gonna be the camera person. And we'll get everything set up here.
We have a pretty low production budget.
Yeah. And it's not that serious. It's about having fun. Honestly, my kids love making these dishwasher tabs. It's fun. I'll get everything out here for Jackie. It's a little work. All right. Also, for those of you that did get the kit, if you're looking for creative ways to use your little bottle that we sent the essential rollers in, just hit us up anytime. We'd be happy to share some recipes, give you some ideas.
And also, the main purpose that we put together the DIY kit is we want you to be able to make it again in the future. So the packaging that you're going to store your dishwasher tabs in, and you'll keep the molds, also comes with the directions on the back. So you'll easily be able to make this again in the future. So we're going to start with our dry ingredients. First, we have 1 cup of super washing soda.
I'm going to try to get her as best I can here, guys. My phone's malfunctioning. Be patient with us. We were zoomed in before. I'm going to zoom her out.
And then we're going to do 1/2 cup of citric acid.
She's just throwing all the dry ingredients in here. It doesn't really matter how you put them together. Just
and
dry things first.
1/4 cup of iodized salt.
Table salt. You should have that one.
Okay. And then we gave you the essential oils we use. We use a blend of sweet orange and grapefruit. Citrus is really great for degreasing. And we also included, if you got the kit, you'll want to take a second to pull off the roller ball. We included the roller ball because this is absolutely fantastic to reuse. Just put a little bit of olive oil, a carrier oil in there, and some essential oils, and you can make a perfume or a nice aromatherapy blend. So we're just going to start by dripping in the essential oils, and you do want to go kind of slow. It's going to clump up a bit, and that's okay. We'll break all that apart soon.
And you know, it is easiest. You can kind of, it's hard for us because we're doing 2 things at once here, but you can kind of keep mixing it as you drop those oils in. The idea is just to get it dispersed evenly so that every tab has a little bit of that scent, a little bit of that citrus to cut the grease.
And it's going to break apart and separate when we add the water here, and not too long, as everything kind of comes to form a better consistency. So we'll put in the rest of the drops here.
You guys, my daughter is watching on my Facebook. She just commented, "Love you."
She's
That is
so
the
cute.
funniest ever.
She's our biggest fan, #1. Actually,
Love her.
actually, my daughter is. She's actually our top-rated fan on Facebook. Family support. That's what it's about. Okay, so as you can see, we've got our oils in there, and if you're making this yourself at home, doesn't it smell amazing with all of that orange and grapefruit? It is so refreshing.
And just so you know too, like if you decide to make your own cleaning products at home, I know that essential oils can be kind of an investment, especially if you buy a quality one. Our favorite scent for citruses is the pink grapefruit. It's like so delicious. We use it for our wood cleaner. We use it for our air freshener. Like we love it.
It's really nice. Okay, so then we are done with that. Then we're going to take our spray bottle full of water and we are going to start spritzing it in.
This might be a two-person job. I can kind of spritz with one hand
Okay.
here. You want to kind of add the water slowly, so it is fun to do it if you have a friend. Spritz it in slowly. If you notice you hear bubbling or clumping too much, you can kind of slow down. Just going to keep kind of continuously spritzing it.
And we're going to do this for a minute. What we're going for here is you want the texture of like
Moon sand.
yeah,
what's that
damp
called?
kinetic sand.
There you go. Kinetic
When you
sand.
squeeze it, you want it to not be wet, but you want it to stay together a little bit.
And you know, honestly, when you're done too, it'll probably still seem maybe a little bit powderier, and you might not be sure of how it's going to come together, but I promise you it will. And honestly, we've done this with a ton of people. Sometimes you get different consistencies. I've never seen it not turn out. So we've had really, it's an easy one. It's fun. My kids love doing this. Well, Miriam. It's hard to get Edwin to even get off of those video games.
Okay, so I'm going to feel it real quick. See
This
what
is
we're
really
working
similar
with.
to the process that you use to make bath bombs too. Just to give you kind of an idea.
So
And
we're going to
Jackie,
do just a little bit more water, and then I think we soon will be very good to go.
and show them how it should kind of clump in your hand. Jackie
Yeah.
just grabbed a little bit. She'll show you guys a little bit of how you want it to clump in your hand.
Okay. So as you can see,
What do you think? Are we good?
yep, I think we're good. So we'll give it the final stir here.
And you'll see all those clumps of essential oils kind of work themselves out. And this is kind of what you're
And you
left
see
with.
that it clumps together there, and it stays together quite nicely. We might actually do just 1 or 2 squirts, but then I think we're actually very good to go. That's probably perfect.
We have a really fine mister too. Some of you might have a little bit bigger misters, so you know there's no exact science on it. Just make sure it's kind of sticky.
All
like
right.
Play-Doh-ish.
And then what we're gonna do is we have these amazing molds, super easy to get, IKEA, very cheap. And we are just going to fill it in, and you want to pack it down nice and firmly. Okay.
You know, and I've had a little bit of feedback on these. Some people might experience a little bit of clumping. If you do, I recommend just not putting it inside of the compartment on the dishwasher. It will do just as good of a job, and then for whatever reason it won't clump. And you have to understand too, with all natural products, there's none of those fillers that allow things to kind of break up. Sometimes you got to shake them. Sometimes you got to break them down a little differently, but I think that they're worth the effort.
Well, and what's amazing about this is we use the citrus essential oils not only because they're fantastic when it comes to degreasing, but also the citrus is a note that is going to absorb a little bit faster. And what that means is that's going to help with the spotting as well. So we do actually have I said actually like 7 times, but we do have a rinse aid recipe. But we found with using the citruses in the dishwasher tabs themselves that it's honestly something that's not needed. It's great, but not necessarily needed, which just saves more money needing one less product.
Yeah.
Okay, and so as you can see, you just fill them on in. You're gonna pack them down nice and tight. You're gonna let them sit overnight and pop them on out. And it always varies when you're making your own product at home, kind of just like when you're baking, but this typically yields about 24 dishwasher tabs, which is around average for a family to run their dishwasher 24 times in a month.
Also, as these sit in the jar, sometimes I'll notice that over time some of them will break down, and then you're left with a little bit of powder just from them rubbing together and you going in and out of the bottle. What I do is for like my last couple loads, I'll just dump that powder right in the dishwasher. I mean, it doesn't need to be in a mold, right? but that is just the easiest way to use it. So none of it ever has to go to waste. I just dump that excess in for my last wash of my bottle here.
Absolutely. And I do want to take the time to thank you all. We have been partnering with Minnesota Struggle No More. And when we can, we like to help lower income families not only have a shot at getting all natural products, they're much more expensive to get safer options in stores, but we also want to help them learn a new skill with their time off, enrich themselves, and be able to provide their family with cheaper options. And so we were able to donate one kit, which was amazing. And next week we will be going live with our all-natural liquid dish soap. And we would, again, love if anyone feels so compelled to sponsor a family. We'll have that information up again. But our passion is to help everyone get access to safer all-natural options.
So look for these online. We'll have the whole package where you can get the glass jar to store them in. In the next couple days, we're also going to put up the refill option, which will be much cheaper, and then you can make these at home for yourself. Should last you about a month. It's an awesome alternative. Thank you so much. Hey, Rosa. How are you, old friend? It is so good to see everyone. Thank you for joining us. And if you're watching this live, you'll see the little live icon in the corner. If you don't see it there, it means that you're watching a rerun. Reach out to us at any time with questions. Check us out at hippiesathome.com. Love you guys. Have a good one.
Peace.